What's up, YouTube? So today's topic is going to be about macro, meso, and micro cycles. What does that mean? And I'm going to explain to you how I'm using that to develop my physique. I'm a guy that's been lifting, for 14 years, and I definitely plateaued after my Newbie Gains. What is Newbie Gains? In the first few years, maybe 3 years, 4 years or less, you have giant gains from just doing anything. Whether you're doing it right, wrong, if you're trying hard and putting in effort, you'll see huge results. I'm talking 10, 15, 20 pounds of muscle a year results, which is honestly probably pretty close to a guy taking some sort of drugs. And so when I first started seeing those gains, I thought, man, I knew everything. There's a principle called the Dunning-Kruger principle. I was a victim of that. I thought I was an expert. 2 years into weightlifting, I knew everything about weightlifting. I could tell you if someone's on drugs. I could tell you, what's wrong with everyone's form, this and the other. But my shit was all fucked up. My technique sucked. I didn't understand anything about programming, periodization. I really didn't know how to get gains. And I realized that really abruptly one day when everything just hit a wall. I hit a wall. I plateaued. I kept on trying to eat more, work out harder, train harder. All those cliche sayings like my warm-up is your workout. I was that guy, and I was that guy thinking that's what I had to do to hit that next level. And I realized the only thing that started happening is my body started falling apart. I felt drained all the time. My joints and stuff started hurting. I got sciatica from bad technique, deadlifting, and trying to train too heavy too fast. All these things started happening. I sprained my wrist multiple times doing upright rows, which is something I've kind of found out later on might not even be a very good exercise for someone trying to stay healthy, because of the angle that you're doing it is going to put you in a risk for more shoulder injury. And so things like that. I didn't understand any of this stuff, but because I had such great results in my first couple years, I thought I knew everything. Fast forward to today, I've been able to study and read a lot more from a lot of guys smarter than me, and a lot of guys that did actual research and studying in the field, doctors and whatnot, guys with that are pro natural bodybuilders, power lifters, etc. So I can learn from them, and that's kind of why I wanted to start a YouTube, so I could share and break it down to the new guy. Because when I heard these guys talking about different things, it just sounded so advanced that even me, someone that's I would say a practitioner of lifting and love lifting, did it 5 days a week, 2 hours a day for 14 years, I really didn't understand a lot of that stuff. And so I had to watch a lot of YouTube videos, a lot of my own research, buy some books and whatnot on it, so I could learn on my own time, basically. Okay, so going back to macro, meso, and micro cycles. Basically about a year ago, I started understanding and following guys that were talking about specialization training block. I didn't think I needed that. I looked at my physique and said, man, I need muscle. I need muscle everywhere. I don't have time to just focus on one exercise or one body part. And little did I know, basically my gains just kept on getting stagnant or not gaining at all. There's been years, I think there's about a 5-6 year period, I just kind of maintained, and I've seen some of my friends that started understanding a progressive overload and how to do that with breaking it down into increments for macro, meso, and microcycles. And basically I've seen them pass me, and I was like, what are they doing that I'm not doing? I go in there, I train hard, I train as in like a RP scale to level 10 until I fail every set, every workout. And I'm like, why am I not getting stronger while they are? So I started reading into powerlifting, and that's when I started understanding training blocks and block training. And that's all it comes down to. Basically, in the beginning of your block, you want to start out lower, and by the end of your block, you want to be higher. Whether that block is 1 year, that would be like a macro cycle, or a mesocycle could be about a month, or a microcycle is just 1 week. So basically, week to week, you want to make some sort of progress. Whether it's one more rep, one more pound, or one more set. Basically, reps and weight is the two easiest ways to increase in the beginning, but at some point you can't do anymore. So the easiest way for someone, once you start getting stuck and your body is past those Newbie Gains, is just to add in another set. And here's the thing, in specialized training blocks, which is what I've been focusing on this year, I've been able to put my bench, which was a very, very sad, probably 255. I know what you guys are thinking, it's pretty sad. 255 at about 190 pounds, 92 pounds. And I also would just tell people, I'm just not a big bencher, I just don't like to bench press, you know? But it's because I sucked at it. So I finally decided, hey, I'm gonna try this idea of lifting on myself. And for 4 months, I basically just focused on my pressing muscles, my bench press, my dips, and my overhead press. And I was able to drop a few pounds. Actually, I got down to 177-ish, and I was putting up about 280 for 5 sets at 2. And I was like, oh my God, this is crazy, the results that I'm getting. And it's not like every week I was able to increase weight, but playing with my reps and using different like rep schemes and whatnot, I was able to add in more volume over time. By the end of 4 months, putting me up quite a bit further on my bench press. Now currently I'm focusing on a back training block. And why am I explaining this to you guys? Because my videos, I'm sure to me they look boring, but lifting is so simple and so easy that I want to explain to you guys how it works. First, you got to track your numbers. Whether you track it on your phone or you use an app. I have this app called Strong, and basically I'm able to track my workouts. And so at the end of the week, I can compare it to my previous week and see, you know, if I got a couple more reps, a couple more pounds, or a couple more sets. That's all you need to progress. And specialized training, I'm basically putting 40% or so of my total sets I do in a week into my back training. So I'm doing pull-ups 4 times a week. I'm doing a full back workout twice a week, and I'm indirectly hitting it still yet with squats once a week and deadlifts once a week. But what does that mean? That means now I can't focus as much on my pressing muscles. I can't focus as much on my legs because a lot of my focus is on this goal. And I'm just about coming to the end of my back training block, and I'm going to go into my legs training block next. And I'm going to be able to do the same thing. Instead of hitting legs twice a week, which I'm doing it right now, or once, I'm hitting a leg workout once every 4 days, I'll be able to go and add in another day eventually as I cut back on the pull-ups and other things. And basically the gains that I made will stay, majority of them will stay with me, and I'm just going to focus and put all my energy and effort into developing my legs next. And so I'm going to do that for about 4 to 6 months, and I'll keep you guys posted on how it goes. But after seeing my bench press fly up and my back look phenomenally better, I know that this is going to work. And so that's going to be my next thing, my next focus. And as you guys watch my videos, I just want to find ways to make it practical and simple for you guys to just understand how to get results. Now, who is this video for? Is this video for the newest person? Probably not, because in the beginning you can definitely do well with a simple split, like a pull legs, push pull legs, you know? Or you could do a upper lower, and you can throw in your rest days in between, upper lower rest, however you want to do it. Those are very simple, very good splits. And in the beginning, I would do it 30% into my pushing muscles, 30% into my pulling muscles, 30% into my legs, keeping it pretty even. And you'll see certain areas take off and certain areas kind of fall behind and lag. And that's when you can say, okay, this area after maybe, not after like 6 months, I'm talking after 2 years maybe of initial training, you can say, okay, maybe I want to work on my bench press. And then you start going into a more specialization type of thing like I'm talking to you about right here. And there's a million ways to do it. If you're focusing on bench press for strength, you can follow a powerlifting program. There's a million of them out there, and you can just take that and run it for whatever it is, 10 weeks, 12 weeks, whatever, however long or short it is. Or if your goal is just a hypertrophy, you could follow basically what I'm talking to you guys about in increasing volume. And there's other ways to do it. There's ways like you could choose the same weight and wait till you graduate to the top level, which could be 12 reps or so. Let's say my bench press is 225 and I'm hitting it for 4 sets of 8. And basically I could take it and each week add in, so 4 sets of 9, 4 sets of 10, 4 sets of 11, 4 sets of 12. Once I hit 4 sets of 12, I'm going to increase it by 5 pounds. So I'm going to be doing 230 at 4 sets of 8. And that's a very simple way, and that's the way I prefer to progress because it's easier to track. And does it always look like that? Like you can get 4 sets of 8? No. You might get a set of 9, 8, 9, 8, but then it kind of gives you a good idea of basically how to progress. Or not how to progress, but basically as long as you progress 1 rep, even a workout, that's progression. It's not about moving fast, it's about moving in the right direction. And there's even times when you might go backwards and you might even take a step back and do more of an active recovery or a deload and let your body catch up and relax and heal up better so you can go further longer. And that's something that it took me years to understand. And I guess it's from playing sports, and I think a lot of people can relate. You want to go hard, but when it comes to lifting, it's about following and progressing slowly over time. And that's something I just want to share with you guys today. I know I'm going to think of a couple more things within the subject itself. Like there's obviously different ways you can scheme your progression, and there's even ways to play with different rep ranges. Like I do that. I do a light workout, a medium, and a heavy, and then basically I'll inch it up that way. So I'll do, let's say I'm focusing on bench press again, very simple. My light workout could be 185 for 4 sets of 15. I'll do 2 of those workouts, and then so in a whole month I only have 1 workout, which is going to be a heavy workout, and that's probably in the 5 rep or less range. And my medium rep workout is going to be in the 8 to 10 rep range typically. And that's the way I like to do it because it's very simple as well to progress. You can choose to do something like that if it's a little bit more fun to change the rep schemes than to just always do the exact same weight, the exact same amount of reps, and slowly improving that way. So there's no right or wrong way in my opinion. It's just about you have to have some sort of fun while lifting, and yet at the same time you have to be able to track progression. So it's just figuring out what combination works best for you. And that's it, man. Thanks, guys.